René Descartes was a French philosopher, mathematician, and scientist, often referred to as the father of modern philosophy. His approach to philosophy and science was revolutionary, and his ideas laid the groundwork for much of Western thought. Let's delve into the core themes and ideologies of Descartes' philosophy, his key works, his influences, and his students. First, let's talk about methodological skepticism and cogito ergo sum. Imagine you are trying to determine if a piece of news is true. You start by doubting everything about it, cross-checking facts, and eliminating all falsehoods until you are left with undeniable truth. Descartes employed methodological skepticism, doubting everything that could possibly be doubted, to establish a foundation for certain knowledge. This led to his famous conclusion, Cogito ergo sum. I think, therefore I am. Descartes realized that while he could doubt the existence of the external world, he could not doubt the fact that he was doubting, which meant he must exist as a thinking entity. Next, dualism. Think of a computer. It has both hardware, physical components, and software, non-physical code and data. Both are essential but fundamentally different. Descartes proposed the idea of dualism, which posits that reality consists of two fundamentally different substances, the mind, or res cogitans, and the body, or res extensa. The mind is a non-physical thinking substance, while the body is a physical extended substance. He argued that the mind and body interact but are distinct entities. Now let's explore the Cartesian method. Imagine constructing a building. You start with a solid foundation and then build upon it, ensuring each level is stable and secure before adding the next. Descartes developed the Cartesian method, a systematic approach to acquiring knowledge. This method involves 4 steps. Accept only what is indubitable. Start with clear and distinct truths. Divide each problem into as many parts as necessary. Break complex problems into manageable parts. Order thoughts from the simplest to the most complex. Solve simpler problems first to build a foundation for understanding more complex issues. Review thoroughly. Ensure nothing is omitted and all parts are considered. The existence of God. Think of a watch. Its complex design and precise function imply the existence of a watchmaker. Descartes offered several arguments for the existence of God. One prominent argument is the ontological argument, which posits that the very concept of a perfect being, God, implies its existence. If we can conceive of a perfect being, this being must exist, as existence is a necessary attribute of perfection. Finally, mechanistic view of the physical world. Consider a clockwork mechanism. Each part moves according to precise laws and can be understood through careful examination and mathematical principles. Descartes viewed the physical world as a machine governed by laws of nature. He believed that all physical phenomena could be explained in terms of matter and motion, without recourse to supernatural explanations. This mechanistic view laid the groundwork for modern science and influenced subsequent scientific thought. Influences and inspirations. First, scholasticism. Think of a traditional school that follows a set curriculum based on established authorities and ancient texts. Descartes was initially educated in the scholastic tradition, which was based on the works of Aristotle and the teachings of the Church. Scholasticism emphasized deductive reasoning and the synthesis of philosophy and theology. While Descartes eventually rejected many scholastic ideas, this background influenced his approach to philosophical inquiry. Next, Renaissance science. Imagine being inspired by a wave of new discoveries and ideas that challenge old paradigms and open up new possibilities. The scientific discoveries of the Renaissance, including the work of Copernicus, Galileo, and Kepler, greatly influenced Descartes. These scientists challenged the traditional Aristotelian worldview and emphasized observation, experimentation, and mathematical description of nature. Descartes sought to apply similar principles to philosophy and mathematics. Think of using a precise and universal language that allows you to describe and solve problems accurately and consistently. Descartes was profoundly influenced by mathematics, particularly geometry. He developed Cartesian geometry, which uses algebra to describe geometric shapes. This mathematical approach to understanding the world influenced his philosophical method, emphasizing clarity, precision, and logical structure. Key works of Descartes. Meditations on First Philosophy, explores the nature of reality, existence, and the mind-body relationship. It contains the famous phrase, Cogito, ergo sum. Discourse on the Method outlines his method for acquiring knowledge and includes his early thoughts on metaphysics and science. Principles of Philosophy, a comprehensive work that covers his metaphysical and scientific ideas. The Passions of the Soul investigates the nature of human emotions and their relationship to the body and mind. Students and Legacy. Think of a pioneer whose groundbreaking work paves the way for future generations, inspiring new fields of study and approaches to old problems. Baruch Spinoza and Gottfried Wilhelm Leibniz were both influenced by Descartes' ideas. Spinoza developed a monistic philosophy that rejected dualism, while Leibniz introduced the concept of monads and pre-established harmony, integrating Descartes' ideas with his own. Descartes' emphasis on doubt, systematic reasoning, and the mechanistic view of nature significantly influenced the development of modern philosophy and science. His ideas laid the groundwork for the Enlightenment and the scientific revolution, impacting thinkers such as John Locke, Immanuel Kant, and Isaac Newton.